Hey everybody, happy Friday, and the skies are looking much nicer than they were yesterday, although it is very cold out. But it is the end of October, so I guess that is to be expected, although I hear tomorrow's going to be very nice in the 70s. Looking forward to that. I got some plans for tomorrow. So it is now the afternoon. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to get some lunch now. Just been doing some fun at work. I have no idea what I feel like eating today. I'm hungry. I don't really feel like Five Guys again. I actually don't feel like pizza, believe it or not. Maybe this afternoon I will, but right now I do not. So I have no idea what I'm gonna eat, but I better figure it out because I only got a half hour for lunch.
Hi, welcome to Burger King. My name's Jen. How may I help you?
Hi, can I get a small number 1, please? And can I get that burger plain, nothing on it? With a,
I'm sorry, what's that?
Can I get a small number 1, please?
Plain, just being bun, is that what you were telling me?
Yes. And can I get that with a bottle of water?
I'm sorry, what was that?
And with a bottle of water?
A bottle of water, gotcha. Anything else?
That'd be it. Well, Burger King wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but it's really close, it's really fast. I just need to get something. And it is delicious. Back to work. Gotta keep that girlish figure. And the weekend is finally here. Thank God. It's also kind of weird. My last job, I never really was all like excited for the weekends. Everybody was always like, it's Friday, it's Friday. I was kind of just like, okay, that's cool. You know, the weekend's here, awesome, fun. But again, I really didn't do much at my last job. So every day was kind of like a weekend. But this job, again, I actually work, and ooh, the brightness of the sun. I actually work, and now I understand why everybody is always looking forward to Fridays, because it's kind of exciting to have off the next 2 days, and I have some plans for tomorrow. So hopefully the weather is as nice as they say it's going to be, because tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun if everything still goes according to plan, and my plans for tomorrow don't fall through. I don't know. They're not falling through on my side, so... All right, with that, we are leaving work, thank God, and thank good. I think I meant to say thank goodness and thank God at the same time. Thank goodness. God. Let's just leave. So, all right, I think we're gonna head to Goodwill because why not? We're not gonna hit up the Goodwill we hit up earlier this week. We're gonna go hit up a different one, the new one actually in my area that for a while did not have any movies. Now they do. I can take that way home from work, and we're gonna do that. So let's go hit up Goodwill. And we have arrived at Goodwill. Let's hope this time they've gotten in as many new good things as they did last time. Last time I was here, they got in a pretty nice stock of movies. I got a lot of great stuff. So hopefully this time around, it'll be more of the same. All right, they definitely have restocked. Plenty more DVDs, plenty more CDs, even a few Blu-rays thrown in here as well. So the question is there anything I need to pick up? I don't know, guys. I'm not seeing anything off the bat, but hopefully there's some good deals in here. Excellent. Bad Religion. Definitely not something I come across every day at Goodwill. Okay, this is the second time now in 1 week I've come across this Carrot Top DVD. I think it's a sign. I think I gotta get it. Such a good movie, but I already got it. This is pretty cool, but for $4, I'll pass. Now this is a good CD. But I got it already. This is great too. This is probably the worst and cheapest release ever of Death Race 2000. I should know. I used to have it. Pretty cool, but broken. Also cool, but scratched. Very cool. And jingly. What the heck is this? Well, that appears to be about it. Found a few cool things, but nothing too mind-blowing. All in all, they're pretty well picked through, but at least I got something. If loving pizza is wrong, then I don't want to be right. See? Told you I'd feel like pizza later on this evening. I knew it. I am obsessed with pizza. I love pizza. It's my all-time favorite food. I honestly am just a huge pizza junkie, so of course I want a pizza again. I can't stop eating pizza. Plus the wife kind of conned me into it. She told me tonight that she actually felt like pizza for dinner, so I was like, well, if I've got to order a pizza, I guess, and I'll take one for the team. Oh shucks. So yeah, we got pizza. It was awesome. Domino's, it's not the best pizza in the world, but I don't mind eating it every now and then. It hits the spot every so often, and it's like right up the street, so it's perfect and convenient. But anyway, with that being said, I am now settled in for the evening, so let's take a look at what I got from Goodwill. Okay, so this new Goodwill is certainly proving to be one of my new favorite stores. Every time I go in there, tons of new stuff, tons of new media, toys, just all kinds of knickknacks and all kinds of awesome stuff. Really enjoying their new location. It seems to be working out for them. Might be a little bit inconvenient for me for them to be a few towns over, but for them, it seems to be working out because they always have new cool stuff in. So I definitely had to start heading out there a lot more often. Unfortunately, today, even though I saw a lot of really cool new stuff, it was a lot of really cool new stuff I already owned, so I ended up passing on a bunch of it. But I did pick up a few things, including 3 CDs right here. Grab these all for $1.97 a piece. The first one I picked up was Elastica, The Menace. I've never heard of this album. In fact, I'm not sure if I've ever heard a single song off this album before, but I do enjoy Elastica. I have 2 of their other albums. I have the self-titled album, obviously. It's like their most famous album. And then I have another one. I forget which one that is. And then I have this one. So Elastica, good band. Very excited to have this. This is from 2000. So again, I don't know if I know any of this, so leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this album. I definitely look forward to checking this out. In fact, maybe I'll listen to this tomorrow. I have a little bit of a road trip tomorrow. Maybe I'll bring that along with me. This I probably will bring along with me. This is almost a definite I'll bring this along with me. This is so cool. Very excited to find stuff like this in Goodwills. I love it, and that is Bad Religion, The Empire Strikes First. Such a good CD. I still remember when the CD came out. It was like big news. Oh, Bad Religion's got a new CD. Oh, that's awesome. So obviously one of the greatest punk bands of all time. I mean, I guess that's debatable, but definitely one of the most well-known and most famous punk bands of all time. I really do enjoy Bad Religion. They might not be one of my favorite punk bands, but they're really, really good, and I do like them. In fact, they were just in the area recently. I probably should have gone to that show. Oh, well, what are you going to do? But this is great. This is certainly an album I used to have back in the day, back when I had a big CD selection, a huge collection of CDs before I was stupid and sold them all off. I certainly had this one, and glad to have it back in the collection now, because this is a great album. That's awesome. $2 for this was certainly a steal. And then I picked up a CD soundtrack, and I gotta be honest, recently I've been kind of picky with my CD soundtracks. Now, I still want to own every soundtrack for every movie I have. It's still something I want to do. I think it'd be really cool to do that someday. It'll never happen, but it'd be awesome. However, even at $2, I've been kind of like passing on some stuff here and there. I've been kind of just trying to go with only paying $1 for soundtracks, unless it's a soundtrack I really want, or I look at it and think, okay, there's a lot of really good songs in here. It's the soundtrack I'm going to listen to all the time, or maybe it's something more rare or obscure, something I don't see a lot, then I'll pay a little bit more for it. But if it's a soundtrack that I'm like, I'm kind of just getting this to say I have the soundtrack, I'll only want to pay $1 for it. But this is a soundtrack I just never see, and that is 102 Dalmatians. How cool is that? Plus it's Disney, so that kind of also sort of won me over. But I never see this. I have the live action 101 Dalmatians soundtrack, but I never see the sequel soundtrack. So that's really, really cool. $2 for that was another great deal. And again, it's Disney, so of course I had to pick that up. Then the one and only movie or title, whatever you want to call it, I picked up, and it's kind of a shame. This is the only thing I needed to grab, but I had to get this, and that is Carrot Top Rocks Las Vegas. Yeah, it's Carrot Top, I know, but this is the second time I've come across this week. When I was at Jake's Flea Market on Sunday, I also saw this there, and I passed on it. So coming across it again, I was like, all right, this is ridiculous. This is twice now in 1 week. Somebody's trying to say, the cinema gods are trying to tell me to pick this one up. So I grabbed it. It was in perfect condition. It was $2. It was also only $1.97, so I grabbed it. Carrot Top's okay. I'm not like a huge Carrot Top fan or anything like that, but, he makes me laugh every now and then, so why not? I don't know. Again, I had to grab it. And then the one and only thing I ended up picking up for the Cinema Sickness store, this is pretty cool. This is this Elvis mug set, which comes with hot cocoa mix, apparently, but really I think it's pretty cool for the mugs. It's Elvis there, and then the his signature, and this is like, what's it, like Blue Hawaii or something like that? I don't know. It's got a bunch of, I have no idea, but it's a bunch of like, he's in Hawaii. It's Elvis in Hawaii. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, brand new, never opened, awesome Elvis mug set. That's pretty awesome. Again, grab that for the Cinema Sickness store. So that's fantastic. You want to pick that up, keep her out for that. So, all right, guys, that was everything I grabbed from Goodwill. So not a huge haul, unfortunately, but still found some cool stuff. Like I said, I saw a lot of cool stuff there. It was just mostly stuff I didn't need, but hopefully next time around, that'll all change. Hopefully next time I'll come across with a huge haul that I want to bring home. I mean, heck, last time I was out there, I found that Laserdisc player. That was pretty awesome. Maybe next time I'll find the Laserdiscs. That'd be great. So, all right, now on to tonight's Cinema Sickness Halloween Horathon title. Back here in the A section of the DVDs, and I think I know the perfect movie to watch tonight, and that's going to be Annabelle. I have still not got around to watching this movie. As you can see, it is still factory sealed. I got this apparently last Black Friday, so almost a year ago I picked this movie up, and I still haven't watched it. And since I did just get The Conjuring 2 yesterday, thank you again to Joseph Masello for picking that up for me. That was very awesome of you. I really want to watch the movie, but I figured I should probably watch The Conjuring first to kind of get myself recalled back up. I have already seen The Conjuring, but it's been a while, and I want to get myself just resituated with the whole storyline. And I haven't watched the kind of spin-off slash prequel to that yet either, so why not watch this, then The Conjuring, then The Conjuring 2. So looking forward to checking this one out. Hopefully it's good. Well, there's an hour and a half of my life I will never get back. What an awful movie Annabelle was. I wasn't expecting it to necessarily be the greatest movie ever, but I thought it would at least be somewhat enjoyable, and it was not, even in the least. Here's one of the things that upset me the most about this. There are stories out there about creepy, possessed, haunted dolls. As I've mentioned in the past, I was a huge fan of Discovery Channel, Learning Channel, History Channel, etc. I loved all those stations back in the day before they basically became another VH1, which in of itself is a stupid thing to say, since VH1 used to not even be VH1. But anyway, I've seen so many documentaries on creepy haunted dolls. I used to love that stuff. Some of my favorite things to watch on those stations were stories about haunted things and stuff. I love ghosts. I love hauntings. I love all that stuff. So I've seen and heard plenty of stories about haunted dolls. They're exciting. They're interesting. They're creepy. Why didn't they just use one of those stories or base maybe something off one of those stories? And if this is based off one of those stories, something like that, they did a poor job of it. I don't know. None of the stories I've ever heard sounded anything like this. I don't know why I'm so mad. I just kind of am. I wanted this to be better, and it could have been better. Modern day horror movies, some of them are good, and then some of them are just horrible. Like Annabelle here. The whole story of how the doll ended up becoming possessed was just kind of like when that ended up happening, I was like, really? That's your story? I don't know. And the whole devil thing and the wanting a soul, and it just didn't do it for me. The characters were very bland. Nothing really all that creepy happened in the movie. There's a scene where the devil's chasing the wife character. That was kind of creepy. That was about it. That was about it for the creepiness. That part of the movie, I was like, oh, that's a little creepy. She's trapped in the elevator. The elevator won't go up. The doors keep opening. She's still in the basement every time the door opens. Kind of creepy. And then she's running up the stairs, and the devil-like creature, I guess she's a demon actually, is chasing after her. That's kind of creepy. That was a little disturbing. Especially when the demon's at the bottom of the stairs looking up at her. Yeah, okay, kind of creepy. But otherwise, that was about it. Even the doll wasn't all that creepy. And the thing is about Annabelle here, one of the reasons why she doesn't creep me out is I feel she's too Hollywood. She's too manufactured to look like a creepy doll. I feel like they really should have just gone out and got a creepy doll and done with it. And I doubt that's what they did, because the doll looks like it's too creepy. I've seen dolls you're like, oh, that doll looks really creepy, but it looks like you understand what they were going for, and they try to make it look real or something like that, and you kind of understand why it looks creepy now. This doll looked like somebody in the props department made a creepy looking doll. They were like, okay, I gotta make something creepy looking, I'm gonna make this. It felt manufactured, it felt fake. And even when the doll has aged and everything like that, and she looks like you typically expect her to look, it just looks like it's been Hollywood aged. Again, like somebody in the props department aged the doll to make it look creepy. So the doll doesn't even bother me all that much. I just was not a fan of this movie. This movie at the very end could have been a movie that ended on one of the most disturbing endings ever in history. And I mean, I'm talking more disturbing than Funny Games, more disturbing than The Mist. This movie could have been see, I don't want to spoil things for you, but okay, some spoilers here. So I'm going to warn you guys about the end of the movie. At the end, when the mother takes the Annabelle doll out of the crib and starts bashing it and throws it, and you hear that horrible kind of baby cry. I'm getting chills just thinking about that. Not chills scary chills. Chills it's awful. Again, as a parent, it made me I almost started crying. I literally almost started crying at this scene because I thought it was going to go somewhere. And as soon as she starts beating this baby beating this doll on the crib, I'm thinking, oh God, don't let that actually be the baby. Don't let her think it's the doll, but it's actually the baby. And then she throws the doll, and then you hear this horrible moan cry thing, and you're like, I'm like, oh no, 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 that can't be the baby. That can't be. Don't be the baby. And their baby's laying there dead, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. She just killed her baby, and that's like, is that how the devil's getting the soul or something like that from the baby? Is that what they were going for? Like, oh my god, this is the most horrible thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Literally, I wanted to cry. And then of course she picks up the baby and she's like holding, she's like, no, my baby, and then starts laughing, and it's just a doll. So she didn't kill the baby. Spoilers. But not that I wanted her to kill the baby, because that would have been a really horrible, just awful ending. But at the same time, and not that it would have saved the movie, not in the least bit would this have saved the movie, because the movie was just horrible. This little, like, the just really disturbing ending would not have ruined, or would not have saved the movie. But at least I would have been like, wow, like, that was horrible. That was one of the most disturbing, like, the movie, at least the movie, I can say, like, had one of the most disturbing endings I've ever seen to a movie ever. I could at least have said that, but that doesn't end up happening. In fact, the ending of the movie is just completely effing stupid. The mother is going to kill herself because the devil wants, this is where I thought the movie was going the whole time, so it finally got to the point where I'm like, okay, well, now the movie is getting to exactly where I thought it was going, because the movie is extremely predictable, too. I mean, if you've ever seen a horror movie, you're like, I know every twist and turn this movie's taking. The mother is going to kill her, so she's going to jump in the window, and she's basically going to give her soul to the devil to save her daughter, which, again, is what I expected to be happening in it. So, the husband gets her in the nick of time, saves her, and then this, like, lady who they befriended who lost her daughter, she tells a story about how she fell asleep driving, and she woke up, like 3 weeks later, and her daughter was dead, and she survived, and everything like that. She tried to kill herself, but then she heard the voice from her daughter and said, no, it's not your time yet. She ends up jumping out the window, basically giving her soul to save the soul of the baby, and I'm like, it just seemed really cheesy, and I almost kind of wanted the mother to give her soul, just because I would have been like, all right, at least that's what they were going for the whole time, but like this random character who just feels like a random character, like when she pops up in the movie, it just kind of feels like, who's this person? Why is she hanging around? Like, what is her purpose? And you find out the entire purpose of her being in this movie was just for that ending, which, like, felt just kind of, like, weirdly written in. And that's the thing about this movie. I wonder how this movie was written. I have a feeling they just went, okay, we did The Conjuring. The movie did pretty well. People remember this Annabelle doll, which is stupid because the Annabelle doll has, like, nothing to do with the movie in the first place. It's just this creepy doll that, like, they features in the movie for, like, a second. So, but people remember that doll. So they were like, let's make a movie. And I felt like they just went, there you go. That took 5 seconds. There's your movie. Like, that's what I felt like they did. Like, there was, like, no effort put in this movie whatsoever. It was in, like, 30 seconds. They just went, we need to capitalize off The Conjuring and this doll because people remember this doll and they were creeped out by this doll that was featured in the movie for, like, 30 seconds. We need to do something now. And I just, I did not like this movie. It is what it is. Was it the worst movie I've ever seen? No, certainly not. I've seen much worse movies than this. It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. But it's not worth your time. It's not scary. It's not original. It's not inventive. It's not interesting. The story is just so weak. Every twist and turn you see coming. I mean, I'll give it this. I guess the lady killing herself at the end, I didn't expect that. I actually kind of thought the mother was going to kill herself. But when that happened, it wasn't like, ooh, what a twist. It was like, ooh, that's stupid. So, I don't know. It just, the movie just didn't do it for me, obviously. Yeah. I would highly recommend not seeing this one. I actually, like I said, The Conjuring, I wasn't blown away by The Conjuring. It's not like it was the greatest movie ever. It was okay. It kept me entertained. It's not great. It's just all right. But I was expecting something at least similar to this, something, you know, or similar to The Conjuring, something that at least I was like, all right, I was entertained. It was enjoyable. I literally kept looking at the clock this whole entire movie. I'm like, when is this movie going to be over? And at the very end, when they go 6 months later, it's like, no, stop! Like, I don't want to watch any more of this. The movie had credits, please, credits roll, for the love of God, credits roll. So, no, I would not recommend checking this movie out. It wasn't good. Nothing about this movie I thought was even worth seeing. I mean, like I said, there's that devil scene, or the demon scene where the demon's chasing the mother, and I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Otherwise, not worth your time. Just Google that scene. Maybe that'll be worth it for you. Otherwise, stay away from Annabelle. It's not a movie. It's not a movie worth checking out. I was horribly disappointed with this film. And again, like I said, there's so many stories out there about creepy dolls. Why don't they just go with one of those stories? Why don't they just look up creepy doll stories and be like, ooh, let's base it off this? Again, they would have had to actually done some research and not written this movie in like 30 seconds just to get something out there to capitalize off this doll from The Conjuring. So yeah, okay, they would have actually had to put effort into the movie, and that's probably why they didn't do that. But I don't know. Again, even if they did base this, I mean, I don't know this. Maybe they did do some research. Maybe they did base this movie off a true story or a supposed true story or something like that. And if they did, okay, but they didn't pick a good story and they didn't tell it well. You know, maybe the real story's better. I don't know. But if it is based off a true story, but if it is based off a true story, it's not a very good true story. It's not one of the better scary dolls, haunted doll stories, and it wasn't told very well. It had nothing scary about it whatsoever. So, all right, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop going on ranting and raving about this movie and about how much I hate it. Not ranting or raving in a good way, ranting or raving in a bad way. I hate this movie. Maybe hate's the wrong word. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. I really did. I strongly disliked this movie. I won't say hate. I'll give it that. I won't say I hate this movie. I'll just say I very strongly dislike this movie. So, Annabelle, stay away. It's not very good. It's a waste of an hour and a half of your life. And with that, what an interesting way to end the video. But a lot of you guys seem to like it when I get mad at a movie and rant about how much I hate something or strongly dislike a movie. So there's some entertainment for you. Hope you guys enjoyed that. But Annabelle was just bad. We should have watched something better. But anyway, so yeah. So with that, I am off to bed. I don't have to get up early tomorrow, but I wouldn't like to sleep in too late. I am gonna let myself sleep in. I need to get some sleep. I really need to get caught up in sleep, especially since I have a long day ahead of me tomorrow. So I'm gonna just allow myself to just naturally wake up tomorrow, but I'm gonna get to bed somewhat early so that I can wake up at a decent time, because I do have some plans tomorrow. I'm going out like 2 hours away, so I have a little bit of a drive. I don't want to get out there too late because I want to spend some time with my friend and shoot some video and have fun and have a good long day out there. So again, I need to try to get to bed at least somewhat early tonight. So that is it. So like I always say, thank you guys so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, then hit that subscribe button and you're going to get one. And if you want to grab yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt, one of many designs you can choose from. Actually, no, you can't choose from this design anymore. This design has been retired, but there's many other designs out there. Head over to cinemasickness.spreadshirt.com where you can get yourself one of these shirts or a shirt like this. And also, if you would like to support new content, just show your thanks and appreciation for these videos and keep these videos coming your way every single day, then head over to patreon.com/cinemasickness, where the simple donation of $1 or as much as you like really does go a long way. All goes right back into these videos and gains you early access to most of my videos as well. So again, as always, thank you so much for checking this video out, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Seriously, this movie sucked.